What up?
Hi.
What's going on?
Nothing.
It's been a while.
Yeah. We've been busy.
Busy,
Yeah.
but we're halfway there though.
We are halfway there.
What's going on in Crystal World?
Let's see. My oldest, just actually, well, one, he's in driver's ed, not the like online portion. Like he's driving.
Oh, he's driving.
Yeah. And like any good stalky mother, I have Life 360. So I just thought like
So you know where he's been and everything.
Right. Well, I thought the first day they were just going to be driving the parking lot, which they were, because I could see them going like when I looked at it, it just looked like a waffle. Like they had went back and forth and across and everything. But then it was like the notification that he had like left the school. And I'm like, left the school? And he's out like on the real roads. Like he was in a neighborhood. He went across the main like highway.
Did you have to do whenever like you took your driver's test? Did you guys like go super far? We went far when I was in driver's ed.
I do not remember.
They were like, "You're good. You can just drive."
He said that he did really good. So he thought, except for like one thing, because he like waved at somebody he knew and like the light was green. And then
you always have to have two hands on the wheel.
And then he was like, and then he looked over and the guy was like, but he said because they put you in a car with like other people.
Oh yeah.
He says he's in a car with a girl that's like 4'9". He goes, she almost killed me like 5 times. That's what he said to me. He goes, she almost killed me a million times. I was like, ooh.
That's honestly the scariest part though, because it's like, I'm good if, I'm not going to say that like I'm the safest driver ever, but if anything's going to happen, it could be my fault. I don't want to be a victim of somebody not knowing what to do.
With like his stuff, but he was like, she is not doing well.
Oh my gosh.
I was like,
see,
what?
I'd be in the back seat like with the handle and everything. It would be bad.
Can you imagine how far between like my 6'2" son and like the 4'9" girl? Like they have to move the
She probably doesn't even know how to adjust the seat.
Every time that they go. Yeah. I was like, what in the world? And he got his certification for lifeguarding.
Let's go.
Yeah. Isn't that kind of cool? It's
if
very
y'all didn't know, that
you.
was like my stomping grounds of my first ever job.
Lifeguarding.
Is he working?
No, he's going to apply in a couple weeks though. We have most of his schedule. So
on base?
No, we're not going to put him on base. That's too far
at the
of a
Y?
drive. Yeah, probably at the Y. So.
They have a nice pool there, though.
Yeah. So, and he really, really enjoyed it, which is, that's good, I guess, if you want somebody to do it. But it's like, we didn't realize when we first signed him up for it, there was a lot of like coursework also that went with it.
For sure.
Yeah. He was like, what?
Yeah, you definitely like take tests.
Yeah, there was like so many other things that he's had going on that I didn't realize either. And I was like, oh, my bad. But once he got in there and they were actually like saving people and like doing things, like he really had a great time. So it was cool. So I was glad to see that he was like so excited about it and really, really likes it. I thought it would be a vibe for him. He likes outside. He likes pools. He likes helping people,
That's all of that. And the cool thing about it too, one thing I loved about it so much, and he's probably going to come to love it for this, you just stay in like, he's already in great shape, obviously. Yeah. But the swimming thing will really take your cardio to the next level. That
was the biggest thing. That he said when he had to take the initial test to even get in the class.
It's not like running.
No. Like when he finished it, he literally snatched his head and went like, and looked at me and I was like, ooh. And the guy that was helping out, he was like, how'd all that muscle feel in the pool?
Exactly,
he was
dude.
like, he was like, obviously you're fit. He was like, but how you doing? He was like, I'm going to need a minute.
Exactly. I tried to put people on at the pool before.
Yeah.
Straight athletes, people that I played sports with in high school and everything, and they'd go there and like couldn't do it. They couldn't pass the test. They came back and eventually did it because they're like, I'm not going out like that.
Yeah.
But the first time they were like, bro.
That's what I think that, even him, like you underestimate it because you feel like you're super physically fit. So
and
you're
that's
like, I got
you.
this. And you are, but like you're not swim a million laps fit, which is a whole different thing.
And you haven't even like rescued. You're not even holding someone yet.
He felt the same way about the girl. Maybe it's just how he feels about little girls. Because he said the girl in driver's ed is trying to kill him. He also felt like the girls in lifeguarding were going to let him die. He said
they're going to let you go to the very edge.
He said, I was the best drowner in the class, though. Probably because he's solid muscle.
He was like
so if he just holds it, he can
real.
like sink. Yeah. He was probably like, she's not saving me.
This is how it ends.
Yeah.
Did he, did any of your sons watch the draft?
All of them. And all of them, like I have a million. I have 2. Yeah, they both did. And they were both talking about, who their teams got and stuff. My littlest was all about it. Of course, everyone was talking about the whole Shedeur Yeah.
That is like, oh, I'm tired of hearing about it already. And I feel like we're going to be talking about it for the whole entire season now.
There's so many conflicting opinions on it, and I've read a lot of them. Like, you know, do I think you should have worn a necklace that's more expensive than my home for your draft party?
Everybody had one on, though.
Probably not. But at the same time, like, if I had it, I wouldn't have that, but like there would be signs. You know what I mean?
Well, Dare had like a house, like you said, on their neck.
Literally.
80% of the players, which I was like, somebody I was sitting next to, I was out in public watching it. And somebody was like, is there like a common theme with the necklace thing? And I was like, kind of, sort of.
It's I'm rich is what it means.
Yeah, it's like, if you have to ask, you can't afford it.
NIL deal.
Right. Which is crazy to think.
Which means I'm already good and everybody knows it.
Well, some of those dudes make less money now off rip.
Shedeur does.
And one of the most specific ones, but I don't know. I feel like people are trying to like politicize it in a crazy way now.
Yes,
and that's annoying,
I
man.
have seen a lot of that. Like, there's nothing wrong with somebody who's confident. And,
which absolutely not.
You know, and there's not. I'm not that down the rabbit hole with it. You know what I mean? I'm
I've already seen like the Facebook arguments, the people bashing each other.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. I'm out of it. I no longer care. I'm always like, there's real problems in the world. You know what I mean? Like, the kid grew up rich. Good for him. So it wasn't his choice. He was born into that family. Then he got himself an NIL deal. You made like $6 million in college. Congrats.
Yeah.
And now you're signed. I get it. You weren't the first draft pick. That should have been a little humbling. I mean,
neither was Tom Brady.
Right. But I'm like, as a mom, like, I feel like I view everything in the world different. So I'm like, is he arrogant? Sure. But like, if you watch his own little draft party, which is also a little wild to do, but like, you can still see his eyes fall like at some points. And I'm like, dang, that baby's sad.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
He still got hype when he got drafted.
Yeah, and I'm like, I hate that. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, like, he's still just a person, but I'm like, good for him.
It was cool. Like, whenever they finally did call him the Browns or whatever, he was still cheering. He was hyped. He was like, let's go.
I'm just saying, like, it took over like the entire draft was the fact that he didn't. It was all anybody's. And now we're talking about it. So I guess we're part of the issue too, but you know.
I mean, my team, hopefully the Dolphins, we can do okay with who we drafted.
Yeah. My sons are Giants and Dallas fans.
Cowboys, boo. Sorry.
The baby's a Cowboy fan because his daddy's a Cowboy fan.
I'm going to have a chat with him separately about that.
Yeah, you think you can fix anything about
no
him?
fix. Here's one thing. There's no fixing Cowboy fans. Let me go on record saying that. There's no fixing.
They're going down with the ship. You know what I mean? Like, they don't care.
Oh my gosh.
You can't tell them anything. I was going through, I did like a deep dive clean the other day of like filing cabinets and stuff that were in my closet. And
you were inspired.
I had so much stuff. I'm like, why do I even have this? This is so old. But I found pictures from when the kids were really little and stuff like that. And I found a picture of my oldest, who is the Giants fan, who's very much not a Cowboys fan. But when you're a baby, you ain't got a choice. And like his dad had gotten him. He was in a Dallas jersey.
Oh, snap.
Oh, you couldn't. He was like, what is that? I'm like, oh,
I would just use that as ammo.
Jersey. And then his brother was like, what is this?
Oh my God. That's endless argument ammo right there.
So
it's
then
like,
there was just
remember this?
There was a whole back and forth in the house. Remember when you wore a Cowboys jersey? I was like, to be fair, he was 2, so he didn't really have a choice.
He couldn't fight it off.
Yeah, he just wore what we put on him.
He was just there.
Yeah, but he was cute. So yeah, I found a bunch of old pictures. But yeah, there was one time in his life where he wore the Cowboys jersey, and it was before he was big enough to have his own opinion.
And that'll be it.
Yeah.
That's the last time.
Yeah.
So tell me why this past weekend I went to a crab leg boil.
Okay.
As a party. Like, I've only ever done it like family style, like but this was like mad people and like hundreds of dollars of snow crab.
Nice. My youngest would have thrown down.
You know what I realized though about crab legs?
They'll stab you?
You do a lot of work for a little bit.
A little. Yeah, like, I've never really understood
I was low-key still hungry by the time. I ate
because you
lot.
can murder 45 pounds of crab and you've had like 3 bites.
That much meat.
Yeah. You have to like do all this cracking. It's like a workout. And then you get like this little sliver and you're like, thanks. Yeah.
My lover was with me, man. She was like, dude, I'm still hungry low-key.
Yeah, she was like, you want to go to dinner after this?
Seriously, we were like, should we just like go somewhere else and get like a hamburger or like, because it is low key if you don't need a lot, it's like an appetizer.
That's awesome.
It's kind of like an appetizer.
I love that she's like, you want to go eat? Like, what is this?
I do kind of want to go do that again. I love seafood.
Yeah, no, seafood's good. The boys both love seafood, so I'm here for it.
I wonder what the turnout is going to be at the BBQ Festival. Speaking of food.
Guinness Book of World Records, they're going for a record with the most chopped barbecue sandwiches sold in like a certain amount of time.
Be contributing to that number 100%. I'm contributing.
I hope they get it. Like
they should be awesome. Able to, because once people know that like a record's trying to be broken, it's like
and it's also like the largest barbecue fest.
It's the biggest one, right?
Yeah. So I think we got it on lock.
Runaway June showing out. I'm gonna have to get them like to eat 3 sandwiches a piece just to like contribute to the record.
Well, one's a vegetarian, so
she's not helping then. She's not helping then.
She will kill some potato slaw though.
I'm gonna have to get her. I'm gonna bring her some pom poms and cheer us on.
But the other 2 can do it.
Is it terrible that like that's like such a great weekend here in Eastern North Carolina? I'm just so hyped to eat mad food.
Yeah, no, life is good with food. It's better with food.
I think I was painfully full when I left last year at night. Like I was driving home like super tired.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I like a festival because of all the things and the food. That's what a festival should have. Good food.